Hey y'all, so this conversation is well overdue. I really wanted to talk about this. What is pretty? And this is because I watched The Real Housewives of Potomac, and y'all know that is the most colorful show ever. It is so uncomfortable to watch Real Housewives of Potomac, and I still watch it and I try to review it and talk to you guys about what's going on, what we're seeing, and what's not right. And I love doing that. I love it when we can talk about, like, yo, did you just see that? That was crazy. That's fun. But the colorism really is triggering, and it starts with Angel. Let's get into it. I'm Nia. This is my channel, Talking Nia. Nia Talks. My content is raw, unedited. I'm not going to be doing play-by-play of an episode. You're not going to get that, but you are going to get me telling the truth and being honest, and that is what I'm here for. So if you love that, stay. If you don't, still stay and just have it playing in the background. All right. So, Angel. Very interesting character because it shows how crazy and disgusting America is. Angel is on the Real Housewives of Potomac. She is one of the newest wives. I believe she is married to a football player, has children, and I don't know. She's from Colorado. She's from the middle of nowhere, a red state, America. Like she's not from New York. She's not from something northeastern. So y'all know what's up. But I've found with society, American society, and television, for some reason, people equate light skin to beauty because they equate whiteness to beauty, which is not real. Y'all know I talk about that. Don't believe that. It's a lie. It's just a lie so that black people don't love themselves and spend more money in the capitalist system of white people. So don't believe that. But what I'm saying is that it's a thing because education is not taken seriously here in America at all. It's just not. In northeastern states, I would say yes, education is taken seriously, but that's because they have to, because of diversity and just because that you look at the map of America, you'll understand. But I've noticed with the Deep South and all these other states that are the middle of nowhere, they keep thinking that a light-skinned female that has, a black woman that has white skin is pretty, and I feel like that is Angel's problem, and that is why she got into the filter situation with Giselle. Giselle's not my favorite character, but Giselle clocked her so bad. Giselle was like, hey, and y'all know I talk about how I don't like Giselle, but her black features are still there, and I will say that they look pretty to me. That's just that's what I'm gonna say. Her jaw structure, everything, her blackness is in there. I see it. But what I'm gonna say is, for Giselle, she feels like what's her name is not pretty because she has a big nose. Angel, because she has a big nose. She gained a lot of weight, and once again, that does not mean she's not pretty. But what I will say is that Angel, in my opinion, and this is going to be triggering, is on, I would say, this is from what I see. I need to just say it. She's obese. Angel is. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that makes her ugly. It doesn't. Lizzo's beautiful. She's an asshole, but she's beautiful. But I did a deep dive on Angel's page, her Instagram page, because I was like, yo, Bravo did her dirty. Like, that's embarrassing and bullying, showing her photos like that and showing how, like, when you saw the edited clip, she did not look the same as her photos. Like, it made her, like, her nose was, those nostrils, they were flared, honey. And I'm not saying that's not beautiful. I'm saying she is beautiful. I'm just saying what she edited herself to what she looked like was horrific. She cut her nose up online, does this glam filter, heavy glam, heavy glow lighting, slenders her face up, basically makes her features look more European to match her white skin. And also, she's not slim. She's not. I looked at her photos from when 2019, and she was just getting started into the whole, I guess, like, NFL game or whatever. Like, you could tell these girls go to specific schools just to meet NFL players, or hope that they date a football player and he goes to the league, and then they lock him down, lock him tight. They don't let them go. They lock them in and they get their bag. Go ahead. I can't do it because I'm not going to take nothing and be in them nasty circles. I just can't do that. But go ahead. Like, we all want to live comfortably. I understand that. But as you can see, with Angel having all of these houses and this and that, it's still not enough because you joined Real Housewives of Potomac. It's still not enough. And you're renting a home. Whenever you rent a home in Potomac, it just don't work well. It don't work well. Y'all can see they just they skedaddle. The only person I really want to see on the show anyways is Karen, but let's focus. So with that being said, Angel felt that her photos weren't edited. She said, I didn't edit them. And I'm like, girl, it's clear as day that you did edit your photos. I don't know why you're lying. But that's an interesting thing, like the delusion there. And I can't stand, I love my queers, my gays. I love the community, but I do watch gay, men, black men that are here on YouTube and talk about the housewives, and they want to sit up here and always say that a light-skinned chick with white people hair is pretty, and I'm like, no, she not. That don't make you pretty. And I think maybe it's just the Eastern thing where, like, we see editorial, we see, like, things from different parts of the world, like that whole Southern like mentality. Even Glorilla has that mentality that if you have white skin, everybody's gonna say you're pretty, but really in honesty, it is uneducated black people that are saying you're pretty. And I'm not trying to be rude when I'm saying this. I'm saying it's rooted in colorism and what we've been taught since slavery. We've been taught that. We've been like literally ingrained to think whiteness is soft and feminine and our blackness is too hard and coarse and masculine and evil. Black versus white, straight up. White is pure, black is evil. It's been taught. Like colonialism has fucked this up. It has. You guys, it has. Don't sit here and ignore it. But it plays out in Real Housewives of Potomac, like Maryland. Like, it plays out in one of the biggest hubs in the Northeast because they're coming from the South. Like, a lot of them are coming from different places, like Giselle, Louisiana, this new girl, like I said, Angel. It's playing up on that because you're bringing it to the Northeast and they're trying to have this Southern Belle etiquette when in reality, Kiana is the prettiest girl on the show. I don't know about y'all, but Kiana is the prettiest female on Real Housewives of Potomac. I don't care what any of y'all had to say. And her skin is dark, rich, gorgeous, and beautiful. And teeth gorgeous, everything. Eyes, brown eyes. It's giving. She's giving. Her style is giving, body banging. Child, lip gloss always on point. Kiana's giving. I love Kiana. Just don't like her attitude. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the fact of the matter is, beauty can be in the eyes of the beholder. But when you have somebody like Angel, who legit thinks that she didn't edit her photos, and also, not gonna lie, there are natural filters that take place, because I'm an art teacher. I'm not trying to say I'm an expert, but when it comes to photography, there's already a filter on this. I have lighting. Y'all probably could see it in my eyes. I have two lights. My light source is from here, and my other light source is coming from the left. I usually try to have two lights, and that makes my videos look a lot better versus having one. And it doesn't look like I'm using a cell phone, right? When you have two lights, it's great. The camera doesn't matter that you use. It's about your lighting. If you can put the A game in lighting, your photos are phenomenal. It's about light. If you ask any photographer, they could care less about what the setup looks like. If your lighting is spot on, fantastic. Also, natural light is honestly the ultimate light, and every photographer can tell you that. It is beautiful, it is gorgeous, and it's effortless. But let me get back to what I was saying. There is a filter on all of our cameras. Even when we try to, shoot raw, we're really not shooting raw. Even like the angles, like, you could take a straight photo of like lines and you'll notice the edges are curved in because of the way that our camera is. You're gonna notice that. There's natural filters that take place on our face and contort it when we take pictures. But to the extreme of Angels, I don't know. I'm like, this is like, what is this, Photogate? Like, we know you edited your photos, but she sat there and she had a stank face. It was giving Southern light-skinned woman, stank face, like, I don't edit my photos. And I want to go back to what I was talking about in the beginning about her photos on her page. I'm not going to sit here and say she was a beautiful woman in 2019. But I will say for the small town that she grew up in, she probably was. She probably was. Like, nobody probably experienced seeing a light-skinned black woman that always had long white people hair. And y'all know what I mean by that. Y'all know, it basically like fried to the bone, always straightened but length. And that's asserted with femininity as well. And it looked like she had a big butt, she had breast, and what happened was she got pregnant. And I wish that as women, we loved ourselves like after pregnancy. She got pregnant and had 2 kids, and it seemed like it took a toll on her, as in she gained a lot of weight, a lot. And that's okay. That's a beautiful thing. You carry to, like, if it was me and I literally had a baby by this NFL player and I'm using his money, whatever, I'll be like, he got me fat. What? I'm eating good. Like, I would play with it. I wouldn't sit here and act like I'm not fat. Who cares? Who cares? You have all this money and businesses and all these things you talk about. Why is, like, a filter so big to you? But Giselle's evil. She knew. I feel like that was some light skin. Like, they knew. She knew. She was like, I know how to break you down. I'm gonna put you in your spot. But the part where the colorism steps in is that she felt like she was, and I loved, sorry, let me interrupt myself. When Wendy said, come on over to the dark side, I don't care. Y'all could say she meant come on over to the evil side or coming over to the, whatever side. No, Wendy meant come to the dark females, because on that side was only dark females. So don't even play with it. I got what Wendy meant by that. I don't care. That's the way my mind was thinking. But I will say, if you saw that clip, they were sitting on opposite sides. Like, the light-skinned people were sitting on one side, and then you had the dark-skinned people sitting on the other side, which showed a lot in that show. Like, that's the way it is. Ashley and Giselle and Robin, remember? It was them against everybody else. Karen's light-skinned, but Karen was always on the dark people's side because she that girl. She know where she's supposed to be at. No. Karen was the only person that does not care for Giselle, which I love. But I will say, watching the colorism on this show does take a toll on me sometimes. Like, I'm just like, I thought about it literally, like, at night, I thought about how terrible it is that what's-her-name feels that she's so pretty just because her skin is white. And I'm like, girl, you need to go to New York and check out some runway and photo shoots. Okay? You really do, because the early 2000s video vixen with the big butt and the light skin and the big boobs and the white people hair, that's out. The Dreas and all of them, that video vixen racist look is out. It's outdated. It was a thing. That's why when I was looking at her photos, I was like, this is giving like 2K racist black guy video. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about, rapper video. That's over. And you know why it's over? Because look at what happened to you. Look at what happened. Like, we need to look at all the, like, Delicious. But I love Delicious. She was so sweet. The Flavor of Love Deliciouses and all that, and the hoops. Like, let's look at what happened to them after. Are they moguls? No, they're not moguls. Even if they have a bigger following than me or you, they're not moguls. They end up being has-beens and nothing. And that's how I feel about Angel. I feel like she thinks that she was so big back then. It's like an ego thing. She was so big that back then that she wants to be the ish now. She wants to be the ish now. Nobody can say anything about her not being attractive. And once again, I don't think she's ugly. I don't think anyone's ugly, actually, period. Nobody's ugly. It's just more about the fact that you thinking you're pretty because you are closer to whiteness. You could throw yourself in the garbage after, like, thinking like that. And that is how Angel is. That's how Giselle is. That's how Ashley is. And I'm sorry, but, like, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. I think that Giselle has a darker complexion than the other ladies, but I still think Giselle wants to be seen as somebody who can play a white woman. So that's why I don't really mess with Giselle. I don't. I think she could have been on the black side, but she don't want to be with Wendy. She don't want to be, you know what I mean? So I feel like in the show, Angel did want to be with the colors group because of the skin tone, but she's not small. Robin, Giselle, and Ashley are very small, trying to be fit type body shapes, you know? Ashley is pretty fit, though, I will say that. They're not, Angel doesn't fit that category, and it's not right to exclude her from any group, but in this situation, you get excluded from the colorist group. Who cares? And then to say that you're still mad at those people, whatever, I'm just like, Angel, take a seat. It was a confusing episode, but all I want to say is that the colorism on Real Housewives of Potomac is a lot, and I'm just glad that I can get on here and talk about it. Not many people feel comfortable talking about it. Not many people feel like they'll be listened. I don't care if I get 2 viewers on this. We're still going to talk about the colorism on that show because it is insane. I will watch it for y'all. I will make content. I'm just going to say that it is sad. It is sad to see how colorism is a major thing on that show, and we know it is in entertainment. That's what I gotta say. Bye.